on. Oh, if you don't know about this story, you've been under a rock. Did you see about the insurance CEO guy who got assassinated?
And the guy that shot in his bath.
Fam!
That boy could have modelled, you know.
I'm telling you,
he could have done Paris
so good
Fashion
looking,
Week.
so
he is
handsome.
so buff.
But just to give a bit of a backstory, I've just kind of summed it up.
Yes, please, because I don't think I know the exact full story. I just saw pictures plastered on the timeline, and I was like, what the hell is going on?
Okay, so I'll give like a brief description of what happened, and then a brief description of the guy who died. Type thing. United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, aged 50, was fatally shot on the 4th of December at around 7 a.m. The incident took place outside the Hilton Hotel in Midtown Manhattan, where Thompson was attending an investors meeting. The suspect shot him 3 times, including in the back and leg, where he was pronounced dead minutes after the attack. And on the 9th of December, police arrested 26-year-old Luigi Mangione at a McDonald's in Pennsylvania for his murder. So basically, what people are saying is Brian Thompson, the CEO guy, he owns a health insurance company, but they've been under fire for a few years now because they deny a lot of their customers' claims, like insurance claims.
Right.
So people are paying them for health insurance, and then when it comes to actually providing the claim, they say they're not going to pay for it, basically. Right. And then that people are left with just this huge debt of medical when they're paying for insurance. Yeah. So they basically said that he had a grandma, Luigi had a grandma who was denied healthcare by this insurance company. Yeah. So there was even protests going on before this assassination happened. But where people were saying that this needs to stop. Like, what are we paying you for if you're just going to deny us healthcare type thing? And they weren't changing their policies. So he basically took it into his own hands. But like, I'm so sorry.
He's buff though. I'm sorry.
He is so handsome.
He's gorgeous.
But like, the thing is, people, I really wish people could be more like him, like, and work in numbers, because there's strength in numbers. But like, there's certain people like where they know that there's going to be some type of consequence to their actions, but they know they need to do something.
Yeah, so
otherwise
he was
nothing.
Like, for the people,
for the people and my grandma, I will take the hit.
Yeah.
The guy didn't leave. Like, it's almost like he wanted to be cool.
Yeah, I think, and then he just went to McDonald's. Like, that's what it's spinning me. If he didn't go to that McDonald's, he wouldn't have got caught. I think he just said, I've done my part.
No, he would have got caught, because not only was he found at a McDonald's, number one, when you shot him, he rode a bicycle to McDonald's, number one, strolling. Number two, he intentionally left the shell casings around him, which had the same logo as what the insurance company secretly had, which was something like deny something, defend.
Oh god.
So he wrote it up, like he got it engraved on a bullet to shoot him with, and purposely left it there. He didn't try to hide anything, like really and truly he really didn't try, and then he kind of just walked off like So I think he knew that he was prepared to take
I think he just was like, I'm doing this for the people.
Yeah, I'm doing it for my I don't even think for my grandma.
So did his grandma die?
Yeah, she died because of their neglect type thing.
Right, so it was like a revenge thing. Got it.
And then other people started coming out saying, yes, like, I've lost so many family members to this health insurance because they refused to help. They refused to give us any type of claim, nothing. So yeah, that's the situation. So now knowing everything, what do you think?
First of all, I just want to start by saying praise God for the NHS. You see me, I'm gonna ride for the NHS every single time, especially with my health problems, because I think to myself all the time, do you know how many times people have suggested to me, "Life, go live in America," and my first thought is, where will I find the NHS? Where will I find NHS? For me, I will ride out for NHS until the end of time. So praise God for the NHS, because we don't have to go through them problems of them, and it's such a big thing in America. So when I was in New York, I was talking to this guy, and I was just like, I think we were just talking about the differences between here and there, and then I was just basically saying to him, like, yeah, in the UK, like, we've got the NHS, so we can just go to hospital and just, like, it's calm. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, we can just... I was like, I don't pay for nothing, like... And he was like, I was like, what's your healthcare system? Because I was like, I know it, like, costs you, not like, 20k to give birth or something. But he was like, if you've got a really good insurance policy, then you're fine. And he was like, they just take the money out of your paycheck every month. But he was like, if you've got a good job, they'll have, like, a good insurance package. And if that's the case, you are calm. But that's not the case for a lot of people. Like, a lot of people don't work, a lot of people have issues, so what the hell do they do?
Yeah.
And then imagine, like, you're paying... It is a bit mad, though. Like, obviously, okay, nobody needs to die, do you know what I mean? But when you actually think about the situation, like, for that company, people are coming to you and you're not helping them.
Yeah.
So, like, what are people supposed to do? Like, and they're actually paying these people money.
Yeah.
But this is how the rich get rich, do you know what I mean? Like, that man was walking around living his life, probably had a jet, probably had a yacht. Like, and this is what's going on. They don't, like, he probably didn't even know what was going on beneath him. Do you know what I mean? A lot of the time they don't even know. And now, unfortunately, he's had to die, but hopefully... that can make people wake up and think, okay, you know what, we need to pattern up here because we're not trying to die. I think that's maybe the only way that... I think in his head, he probably thought, it's mad, but he probably thought, if I kill this guy, other people will... So I think he was paving the way. Sorry, that sounds so mad to say, but that's the only way I can think of what his thought process was.
Yeah.
He probably thought, like, let me just do this, and then maybe other CEOs will be like, I'm not trying to die, so let me get things in check.
Even already, there's like a health insurance company that was already starting to change its policies and things like that.
Yeah, they ain't trying to die, boy.
The thing is, even though, yes, it's unfortunate that a life was lost, he did it for a good reason.
Yeah, I
do you get what I mean? Like, the action was bad, but the intent was good.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Because at first, before I heard about the other insurance company changing their policies, I was like, although I get it, what is going to come of this? Because even now, yes, I've heard about one company changing their policies, but will it be everyone?
Yeah.
Because then what? Because now this has happened. Now what? Like, what do you do? How do we make sure that it stays this way?
Yeah. Type
thing. And I think the difference as well within our like times now and times back then there were more people who were like the Luigi guy.
Yeah.
They were more willing to like put their lives on the line for a change.
But we don't have that anymore.
Whereas like, because we've been spoiled.
Yes.
Because we're living off of the labour and the struggles of the people before us.
Yes.
We're too complacent now in society, so we're just like, oh, okay, even if it's not right, okay, we could go on social media, tweet about it, and then go about our lives. I
always say that we don't fight anymore. Like,
we don't fight.
People protest, people burn things. Like, that's why I always make the
people were literally
burning shit.
They were prepared to die. All of these Black Panthers, all of that, they were prepared to get shot by police. They were prepared to be imprisoned, all of that. But they knew that we had to do stuff for the better of the people, because otherwise it's just going to get worse.
Yeah.
And because of that, even the fact that we're in a position to say that we can live comfortably in society, regardless of colour. Yes, there's still injustices, but we've come a long way from how it was before because of the sacrifices that all of the heroes made before us.
You're so right.
So I think, unfortunately, with the Luigi guy, he's a 1 in a million.
Yeah.
Because he's going to go to prison now. Once this dies down, all the people are going to put their policies back, and then everyone's going to become complacent again. That's why I'm saying, like, there's strength in numbers.
Yeah.
With that, I just feel like more things need to be done, basically.
Yeah. He's paved the way in that sense. I think that was his like line of thinking.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think the main reason though why people are talking about it so much is because he's buff.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, I saw that boy's picture from when they put that mugshot of him. They put a picture of him with the hood up and the teeth, and I was like, this guy's kind of buff. And then as time kept going and they kept dropping, then they dropped his mugshot, and I was thinking, this could be Vogue. Do you know what I mean? Like
it's giving the other guy.
Yeah, the Jeremy.
Guy.
What was his name? Prison Bae.
Yeah.
It's giving Prison Bae. And there was one picture they took of him when they like arrested him, and he's got the cuffs on, and he turns to the back, and it looks like some cinematic like model shoot. And I was like, this boy needs to be on the runway, not in jail. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I think because people Like, we hear why you did what you did. Do you know what I mean? Like, we hear it, we understand it.
We do.
But, yeah, it's mad. He's probably going to go to jail for a long time. Do you know what I mean?
He will.
But
it's murder at the end of the day.
He was willing to do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think that was his...
I just pray that people, like, follow his lead to make sure, because
not
protests and
killing
stuff,
people.
yeah, but like to keep the momentum.
Taking a stand.
Yeah, taking a stand.
Because enough is enough. I say this all the time, especially with this country. I always say, when is enough going to be enough?
Exactly.
When I said, when is enough going to be enough? When they decided to start, when Sadiq Khan wanted to come and say that we now need to pay for Blackwall Tunnel. When are we going to start rioting?
I'm dying.
Just little things like that, things like that, or just rules that they put in place in government. It's like, when are we going to start rioting? When are we going to start banning stuff like the French?
Like, even remember when people were talking when the utility bill started going mad high, and people were like, we're just going to stop paying our bills. No one did.
No one's ever going to do anything.
No one did.
I mean?
So,
but then I kind of, in the same breath, because some people are just like, what really can you do? And I hear it, because a lot of the time these rules happen and things.
That's what people thought about the insurance, but look what happened.
I know, yeah, but it's just like somebody had to die. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, when are we actually going to acknowledge that? Do you know what I mean? Because we just complain so
No, but
much.
the thing is, there is stuff we can do, because, like I mentioned, there's strength in numbers.
Yeah, that's
the reason
true.
why things can't be done now is because there's not enough numbers.
Yeah.
It's just like, one person can't take down a whole corporation. So even what the guy has done with killing the CEO, there's still other people. It's a huge corporation. They'll just replace him. Did you not see, like, even people who were attending that investors meeting saw his body there and still attended the meeting? So there will always be someone running this. When it comes to a huge corporation, you have to go in big numbers.
Yeah.
Without that, it's going to feel like there's nothing that can be done.
Yeah.
So I think as a society, that's what we need to do next, is really unify as a community wherever you are. Because that's what will happen. Look at the George Floyd thing.
Yeah.
Everyone came together, then look.
Nothing's changed. More people. How many people have even died since George Floyd?
Not that much though.
But didn't a woman die? Was it this year or last year when she had mental health issues? She called the police, and I think
when she was cooking,
she threw the water. Or no, he thought she was gonna throw the water.
Yeah,
but
she
I'm just boiling water, and they shot her. Was that this year or last year?
I think it was last year.
I think it was end of last year.
I think it was last year.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I actually do think the George Floyd thing, it did help,
extent,
because then they started to put things in
BLM.
place in the police, like they have to wear body cams, all of that.
Yeah.
That's when that came into place. So that's what I'm
Weren't
saying.
they wearing a body cam when they killed George Floyd?
No, people were filming them. It was someone else filmed them. But now, like, there's actual things that are in place. So that's what I'm saying. Like, because there was huge numbers globally, there were certain things now that have been put in place because of that. But imagine if it was just like, just a couple people in New York or wherever he was from. We'll be hearing more often, because even apart from that, I'm sure it is still happening. We can never stop something from happening completely. The world is too big.
Yeah.
But like, there has been a decrease, because there was a time when, like, it felt like every month someone was getting shot by the police, every month. But now, I can't even think of a recent headline when it comes to that.
For some time,
so I feel like numbers is where it's at.
Yeah.
If you want change.
Yeah.
But, oh my gosh, we cannot go through this episode and not talk about Jay-Z and the allegations.
Do you know what? I'm just gonna start this off by saying I knew this day was gonna come, and I said it from the jump.
I'm done.
I knew it was gonna come. I knew it.
The thing is, like, in this instance, I actually think he's innocent, but that doesn't mean that he's innocent in life. I want to specify.
Hasn't it come up? See, it came up that the woman did an interview and she was like, "Oh, I've changed the story." It was. I think that's really weird.
Let me give a backstory for people who don't know. So basically, not too long ago, like a couple of weeks ago, I think, there was a woman who came out. She's a Jane Doe. She wants to remain anonymous. She came out saying that when she was 13, Jay-Z and P. Diddy raped her at a VMA's after party back in 2000. And she's coming out about it now. So she was suing Jay-Z for, like, she's doing a civil suit against Jay-Z
Yeah.
So, even though this man never speaks at all, he finally came out and basically made a statement saying
he had that in the drafts, Dionté. I'm telling you.
I don't know.
He had it in the drafts.
I think when
you literally dropped Dionté, yeah. I remember I was still awake because it was really late and I was still up. I saw the tweet literally like 4 minutes ago, and I'm telling you, it wasn't even 10 minutes. And Rock Nation, and it just looked like it was. He had that in the drafts.
Yeah, I feel like
for Jay-Z to talk to us. When does Jay-Z ever talk to us?
But I think this is another thing why, in this instance, I think in this case, he's innocent. I think as soon as it hit the headlines, he was like, I'm going to say something about it. But basically, in his statement type thing, just to summarize it, he was basically saying that obviously it's not true, and he doesn't agree with anything that the woman is accusing him of. Like, he doesn't believe that any person should do it. And he even is encouraging the woman to come forward. And if he did do those things, he was even encouraging her to file a criminal suit instead of a civil, because no person should be on the streets if you're accusing someone of doing that. Like, no person who would do that. So then, after like a few days, there was inconsistencies in her story. So, the first inconsistency, she said that after the assault, she called her dad to pick her up in the middle of the night. Her dad spoke out and said he doesn't remember that happening. And he would have definitely remembered that happening because where that VMA party was and where they lived was 5 hours away. So he said, I would have remembered driving 5 hours in the middle of the night to get my daughter who was essayed. Especially the fact that he was like, as a dad, I would never forget that my daughter was essayed if she came and told me.
I didn't know that the dad came.
This is what I'm saying. This is why, no, read the
I haven't
stuff.
actually read it. Yeah, I'll be right.
So that was the first inconsistency. So after that, then she came out and said, actually, it was her friend who picked her up. So that was like the first one. There was another inconsistency. I can't remember what it was exactly.
I saw that apparently that there were pictures of him somewhere else.
Yeah, so him and P. Diddy
time.
weren't at the same place at the same time. At that time, they were in two different locations. But she's saying that P. Diddy essayed her first and then Jay-Z right after. So that would have made them at the same place at the same time. But when they go back to footages and stuff like that, they were not even in the same location. And that's through footage and things like that. So because of this now, even she's using the same lawyer that is also, who came out a while ago, who said that there's over 100 people who've come out about Diddy. He's going to release names, all of this.
Oh, yeah. What happened to those names?
He's messy. Like, this lawyer is messy. Guy, I think there are 100 and something people, because he was like, oh, after 30 days, I'll release the names. I think he wanted to give people a chance to get a payout. And then if you didn't get the payout, I'm releasing the names. Because why wait 30 days if you have the names?
Mention like a payout in his thing.
So in the P. Diddy thing, that's what happened. So she's using that same lawyer. But Jay-Z also came out about that lawyer saying that he's basically trying to pin all of these essay things on him and P. Diddy for years. But what people don't know is that he also has essay allegations against him that was actually proven in court, all of this and that. So now Jay-Z wants to sue the lawyer for defamation because he was like, I know this lawyer and this lawyer knows me. He knows that I didn't do that, but he's looking for a payout. So even me, I'm going to sue for you. Yikes. So that's kind of the situation of it. So that's why in this particular case, I don't think what she's saying is correct. However, but because of this now, everybody's like, you see, I told you he's innocent.
Yeah,
he's not innocent.
I don't think he is.
He's not innocent. He just was lucky that the person who came forward, was lying. He just got very lucky. But that doesn't mean that someone else isn't going to come out.
Yeah, this might start like a spiral.
Exactly.
Just the same way with Diddy.
Exactly.
It might
That's what I think is going to
happen.
happen.
Will come out, yeah.
Because the fact that like...
God, what a year, man.
So yeah, that's basically what happened with his case. But I still believe that there's women out there who he's either paid off or are scared to come out. Like, I don't think that there's no one out there.
Yeah, 100%.
He just got lucky this time.
Someone will come out with something. But when I did see these allegations, I just thought, yeah, it was gonna happen with Jay-Z.
Yeah,
I do think.
But I don't think. I think this is the beginning. I don't think it's the end.
This might be a spiral of. This. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm so. I really miss Wendy Williams. I can't believe Wendy Williams is not able to.
This would be the perfect time.
I don't think you understand how sad I am about Wendy Williams.
I know.
Every time something comes out, I just think right now the first thing I would do is go and watch Wendy.
Put on Wendy.
I can't believe she, and I genuinely feel like she would have to. Oh my God.
I miss her. Hot topic.
I don't think anybody understands how sad I am about Wendy Williams. I had to even stop watching that documentary because I was like, I can't. This is not my Wendy. I can't see her like this.
It is so.
Wendy
she would have been eating it.
Wendy would be talking every day. She would have something. She would even be like, I was at that party. I can't believe.
She said, yeah, I was at that party.
I was at that party.
And you wouldn't believe the stuff that happened, honey.
Oh my God. I miss Wendy Williams. Especially it's like of all years.
And she would have spilled the beans.
It's like, God, of all years you could allow something to happen, you had to let it be this year. This would have been her
The year of 2024 would have been her year.
This would have been her year. Wendy would have been live and direct. I miss Wendy Williams so much.
So much.
I can't believe it.
It's so sad.
Because I know she would have, especially with this Jay-Z one, she would be
and the
ready.
P. Diddy one.
P. Diddy should be ready to go.
Oh my gosh. We miss you,
Yeah,
Wendy.
she'll be reported. She'll tell us she'll just tell us everything we need to know. I just can't believe that she's not here to tell us. It really upsets me.
But yeah, man. To round off.
Yeah, but I think more stuff are going to come out. Like,
yes.
I think this is just the beginning. I think this one maybe just worked in his favour for now.
Yeah.
But I don't think he should get comfortable.
No.
Because he even tried to go to Blue Ivy's premiere the next day. They were doing a happy family unit.
Because he knew that in this case he was innocent.
Maybe.
But I'm telling you, when another person comes out and he's not innocent, watch him be pinned. That's when you will know.
Maybe that's why he came out.
That's the thing. Some people, especially when it comes to your innocence, and he knows how this year has been going with people. Yeah. He was like, I need to nip this in the bud from now and show people. You see, I didn't do it to this girl, but it's just for this girl. Yeah. It's soon coming.
God, Cat Williams opened a port. My God, that man started talking and everything just scattered, man.
I'm telling you.
What Cat Williams has done for this year is mad.
It's nuts. But yeah, we're waiting.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time. Yeah, it's a matter of time.
You cannot trick me.
No, honestly, things are about to start running, boy.
I'm telling you, definitely.
2025. This is gonna spill into 2025. Like it's mad.
It's nuts.
It's mad.
So, another crazy thing that's happened since the last episode is the young lady who slept with 100 men in one day.
Yeah.
So, for those who don't know, there's a woman called Lillian Phillips, and she's I guess porn star.
She's an OnlyFans. Yeah, I mean,
because she does porn, but she also does OnlyFans.
Right. Okay.
So, she's an adult
entertainer.
Let's say, who is known for her OnlyFans, and I'd say within the last month or so, she's gone viral because she decided to sleep with 100 men in a single day. So recently there was a documentary that was made by a YouTuber called Josh Peters, who basically followed her along the journey of her sleeping with 100 men in a day. So, Rashida, what is your opinion, honey? I want to know.
Yeah, so I watched the documentary. I saw everyone talking about it and I was like, I'm not going to watch this. Because, I don't know, when everyone's talking about something, I was just like, you know what, let it kind of die down a bit. So I was like, I'm not going to watch it now. So I ended up watching it, and I'm never going to sex shame a woman, right? I'm never going to... If that's how you get your money, if that's what you do, that's on you, right? But for me, I think what I got from that documentary is that there was a deeper, there was something deeper to it for me.
Yeah.
Like, when she cried after doing that thing, the thing that upset me the most in that is when she cried after, and then she said, oh, I just feel like I didn't perform well for the men. That upset me. And then the other thing that upset me was, not upset me, but the other thing I realised is when she cried, I don't think that's why she was crying.
Of course not.
I think it was deeper. Like, I just got like, to me, she just wasn't there. Like, there was like a sadness to her, or like and she was just so like, yeah, you know, I just do it. And to me, I was just like, I don't, do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I got what you're saying.
There wasn't like a, I don't know.
I know that there was a, she's just talking, but her words, she doesn't mean the words that she's saying.
It was a very uncomfortable watch for me, purely for the fact that I just didn't get the vibe that was what she wanted to do. It kind of was giving me that she started this thing, made money from it, and then she's just taking it further. Yeah. And also, like, she just didn't, like, when even the guy that interviewed her was like, I don't get the vibe that this is what she... Do you get... I got the same vibe that he got. He was just a bit like, I don't really understand what's going on here. It was so like... She was like a robot to me. Yeah. Just like, yeah, I'm going to do this thing. She's like, yeah, I'm going to sleep with these 100 men. Yeah, you know, I'm just going to let them bust in my face. Yeah, I'm just going to, you know... It was just... She was like a robot to me. She didn't feel like a real person to me. And it was quite sad. Yeah. Definitely. And now she's doing 1,000. How do you even sleep with 1,000 men in one day? That's magic. For me, I was just like, how do you have the energy to sleep with 100 men in one day?
Was your vagina not hurting?
She did say that she at the end, remember, she was like, it's not that as sore as I thought it would be. She must have been using lube.
She's lying.
She must have been using lube or something. I don't know. The whole thing was just very bad to me.
The thing with me, with this documentary, I'm like you. Like, when it comes to how other people live their lives, I don't care enough. However,
don't give a heck.
I will definitely have an opinion if someone is not taking the necessary precautions to look after yourself while doing it.
Yeah, that comment she made was mad.
She is insane. So basically, in the documentary, she had told the YouTuber who was doing her documentary that she basically tested every person who is coming down to sleep with her to make sure that they're clean, and she plans on using condoms with every single one of them. But then after it happened, she then admitted that she didn't actually use condoms with all of them. And also, when the YouTuber asked her, like, because she didn't use her own private company to test these men, it was just like, send a text that you're clean.
Oh my, do you know people be screenshotting text messages?
This is what I'm saying. So then the YouTuber asked her, like, but if you do it that way, how do you actually know that they're clean then? But like, she kind of brushed it off as like, oh, I doubt that anyone would go through those extreme lengths. Huh?
Oh my God, babe.
So I think I do agree with you about that there's something deeper. Like, I think she started off liking it, but now like it's just a chore. It's just like when too much of anything is bad.
It's bad, yeah.
So I think she's gotten to that point in her life where she probably doesn't even enjoy sex anymore. Because you've done it so many times with so many people that like, you can't tell me that the feeling is exactly the same as it was before you became a porn star. You can't. Like, I just feel... I would even take it a step further, yeah. Her whole persona, what I got from the documentary, it's giving groomed. It's giving...
I get what you mean.
It's giving, like, how people who are trafficked act.
I get what you mean.
Like, someone is convincing her, like, this is a good thing, you know? It's a good thing, it's a good thing, it's a good thing.
I get that.
So, like, even like you said, when she was crying, it's almost like she's trying to convince herself, like, it's a good thing.
Yeah, that's what I got from that one.
Yeah, that's why she's like, oh, maybe I didn't perform well. You don't. You should know the fact that you've offered your body up. You don't need to perform well. And the second thing, I wanted to say and specify on, any man who says that women are the worst species should watch that documentary. These men, there was a man who got interviewed and he came from Switzerland.
He got on a plane
to shag for 5 minutes, because bear in mind, she gave them each 5 minutes.
What do you even do in 5 minutes?
No, you can do a lot in 5 minutes. You can do a lot in 5 minutes.
But to get straight to the point, D, in fact, like...
But this is why I'm saying that she's lying about...
God.
Her vagina wasn't hurting.
Yeah, no, that...
Because after, like, the 35th guy... You can't tell me you're still horny.
Me, you'd even get to 10 and be like, ah.
Literally, you can't tell me you're still horny. You're
That's
not.
mad.
You're just thinking, imagine, because she even said it as well that when she got to like a certain number, she was like, oh my God, I've only done this. I still have so much to go.
You get to 30, but I've got
There's
70
no way
minutes
you
to
were
go.
still getting wet naturally for every single round. You weren't. I feel like after, I'll just use 35, after like the 35th man, I think then it started to feel like my body is being used. Like I feel used. And that's also what was playing her as well. Like
100%.
That's the thing with when you choose to be promiscuous. Sometimes, like I was saying before, the thrill goes and then you start to just feel like they're using your body to masturbate.
And it's not a nice feeling. So
and it's a horrible feeling.
Like,
so imagine like 65 man.
That's what I'm saying. I've done that.
Have done that back to back.
Yeah.
Like it's a horrible feeling, and I think in that moment she realized actually this was nuts.
I think she felt it.
This was nuts.
I really do. And she tried to mask it and be like, oh, you know, I just didn't perform well, blah, blah. But in that moment, I got that. And I was like, she didn't enjoy that.
No.
But then when I saw that she was planning to do 1,000, I was like, somebody must be behind this. She's making so much money.
This is what I'm saying. And also that assistant, I don't trust that assistant.
Oh, yeah, the assistant, yeah.
Because the assistant is giving... You know me, I'm paranoid. After he was like talking to the assistant at the end, it was giving she wasn't actually hired by Lillian herself. It was giving she was hired by someone else to be Lillian's assistant. Because like, if someone works for you and you get to the point where it's like, you know what, I want to stop and eat. An assistant's not going to be like, oh no, you have to keep going. They're going to do whatever their boss tells them to do. So the fact that even the guy, the YouTuber, was like, oh, has she eaten? She hasn't had the time to eat because we're just so behind.
Yeah, that's
so we just kind of just gave her snacks and she's just doing what she's doing. Who is we?
Yes, man.
Like, I feel like the team that she has was hired by someone else. I feel like there's someone
there's a
who's
big
instructing
boss.
this happening. I don't think
boss.
like it's purely coming from her. I think it's someone else who's convincing her like this is a good thing to do. Look how much money you're making. You have to keep going. So I think in that moment she really realised what she was actually doing.
Yeah.
And also, I also think she's money hungry. She loves money, which is why she's doing the 1,000 and why I think she's impressionable. She just comes across to me as so naive about the world and about life. Like,
yeah, because even when the guy asked her, he was like, oh, are you not worried? She was like, yeah, you know, like I'll give them head. And they were like, busting my face or whatever. And then the guy was like to her, oh, are you not worried that they'll have HIV? And she was like, is that how you get it? And I just thought, babe!
I forgot about that.
I was like, babe, like...
That pissed me all the way off. And the thing is as well, yeah, even these men, let's say they were all clean, or some were, we know that some weren't, come on, 100 men, and you don't know for certain, some weren't. That means they're putting their STIs in you, and the next clean man who's coming in you is also going to get... So it's
I can't believe it wasn't like a regulated process.
But this is why I think that there's someone behind it.
Yeah,
because there's no way
boss.
that she's the top boss and she didn't think about things like this.
Yeah.
It's giving someone has done things for her and she's like, well, as long as things are done for me and I just have to turn up and do what I have to do.
100% there's a big boss.
But at the same time, not everyone wants to be saved. Not everyone, like, we can have all of these opinions. I've seen people interview her, like even Candace Owens interviewed her, like...
Really?
Yeah. Candace Owens interviewed her, but like, it was very judgy. But at the same time, I just don't think she has to change for herself. She has to come to that conclusion for herself.
Yeah, I think she's still
for now,
young,
she's not going to do it.
How old? She's like 23? 24?
Yeah, she's like
young.
around them ages.
And I feel like, yeah, I was literally saying this when I watched it. There's been, on social media, there has been a bit of empathy for her in that sense. And I think she'll probably get to a point where she'll be like, I don't want to do this anymore. And she'll get married.
She definitely will.
And she'll settle down.
But then this is another thing, though. She's going to struggle with finding a suitable partner.
I don't think she will, you know.
Because, I don't know, I think she will.
I don't think she will. She's white, D. She won't. I'm telling you. Yeah. I literally watched that documentary, and the first thought I had, and I was like, if a black woman did this, it would be a wrap for her. That woman will never go anywhere with her life. She will never succeed. Nobody would ever feel sorry for her. Dionté, I'm telling you, she is a white woman. She will find a partner. She will have her children. She will get into a whole different career. She will be fine.
You're right.
I'm telling you, she'll be fine.
You're right.
Don't worry about her. She'll be fine. I'm telling you, she's white. She'll be fine. That's
the
first thing I thought.
I agree.
One of those men will be like, "I'm gonna save you." Yeah. She's gonna do one of these challenges, and a man is gonna come in and he's gonna be like, "I can save you," and he's gonna fall in love with her, and he's not gonna give a heck about her past. Yeah. And she's gonna get married. She's gonna have.
He's just gonna think, well, she knows how to fuck.
Exactly. And everyone on social media is gonna be like, "How the hell did she find out?" One day she's gonna post a picture of an engagement ring. Yeah. And she's gonna be like, "I got married." She is a white woman. She will be fine.
I agree.
If it was a black woman now, I'm telling you, that woman, her life is done. There'll be no sympathy for her. There'll be nothing for her.
You're right.
I'm telling you, she'll be fine.
Now that you've said it, you're definitely. I agree with you 100%.
She'll be alright. She'll be alright.
100%.
She'll cope.
She'll be alright.
I think there is a big boss behind it. I 100% agree with that. I don't think it's all her.
Yeah.
Because even that, she was so emotional after doing and it was so weird. It was just a bit like, she's had that emotion. I just think she's got a lot of trauma. She literally sobbed.
She definitely has a lot of
trauma. She cried.
She
was like not feeling good about herself. She felt like shit very clearly. And then now all of a sudden she's like, I'm going to do 1,000. It's like somebody was like, come on, you've done it. You can do 1,000. You can do 2,000. You can do...
And she's even trying to twist the narrative of the documentary. Like, I didn't even want to be filmed anyway. So the fact that they keep... Like, you're trying to twist it on them.
Up for it.
I just think... Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her.
Yeah, no, I think it's one of them ones.
It's just one of them ones, but I just hope that after seeing the documentary, she will be a bit more aware of her own safety as well as the other people that she's sleeping with, and be more knowledgeable on the field that you're doing. Like, you can't have your own type of business in that field and not know everything, especially about like STIs, all of that. Like, when it comes to your health, that's vital information that you need to know. Like, even porn stars, they get tested literally like every week. All of this, like, they're very thorough when it comes to like your health. So she needs to also do the same, otherwise she's gonna find herself with HIV or another STI if she hasn't had it already. Just because she hasn't spoken about it doesn't mean she hasn't had it.
You'd never. It's just the whole thing is. I think it really opened up a bigger conversation about that whole kind of industry. Like, I was really deep in it, and I was like, that is it's a mad industry, man.
But like, at the same time,
I mean, people,
they have an audience.
Exactly. People go into it.
Without the audience, they wouldn't have anything.
And I'm not, like I always say, I would never sex shame, I'll never job shame. Like, if that's what you want to do with your life, do it. But I just always think, like, how are they mentally? Like, what are they doing? Because that girl was distraught. Like,
it was sad to watch.
Uncomfortable.
It was sad to watch, but
she was so distraught.
But also, we also have to think as well, it's probably, if she really doesn't care, like, let's say what she's saying is true, like, it was just whatever it was. It could be just a thing, like, her body has been through a lot, and this is just her body reacting to what she's experienced. Because
sometimes your body just reacts.
Sometimes you have no control over your body. So it could also be that, because 100 men, I don't think people are deeping how much 100 men in a day
I was thinking about that.
She went for like 12 hours with hardly any break.
Do you know there's sometimes when you're having sex with even just with one person, and midway through
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it anymore.
I'm just thinking, how can I now wrap this up?
Literally, I'm done.
And that's one person. Now you want me to add another 99? I have to give it to her for that one. I'm not gonna lie, just for that. Because to be getting put in all sorts of... And imagine you're doing the same positions, each person. You start like this, then they flip you over, and then you're just like, oh, fucking hell, yep, turning around.
But they are, because then they know they have 5 minutes.
Then you're putting one leg up here, you're just like, yep, go on. Do you not get crap? Do you know sometimes when you have your body is hurting?
But then it could be a thing where, because it is 5 minutes, you're not going to be put in these crazy positions. It's just going to be, because it's an in and out, it's just missionary doggy. Missionary doggy. That, I'm sorry. Or like on top. That is it.
I'm sorry, but we need to go back to the man from Switzerland, because do you know how much it is to pay for a flight to come and bang someone for 5 minutes. You can't even try positions. If you were coming to do it for an hour, 2 hours, you know what? Cool.
Right.
You can't even do... What can you do in
even
5 minutes?
30 minutes. Even 30 minutes. You could do a lot in 30 minutes. You could have a full sesh in 30 minutes.
5 minutes, Dionté.
Like,
the time
for 5
on,
minutes.
and you've got on a plane to come and do that. He was like, yeah, you know, I've come on a plane from Switzerland. It's just like, are you alright? Also, for me, I was looking more at them more than... Because
100%. That's what I was going to say. Like, I was really looking at the men sideways. Like, oh... the men could really be sick. Like, they could really be sick.
And did you see the bit when her phone was like...
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, people can't see, people trying to book in, the whole thing to me was just...
No, I wasn't shocked about that, though. When it comes to sex, there will always be an audience.
Yeah, 100%.
Always be an audience. Always. Regardless, unfortunately, there's men who are just like that. They don't give a crap. Man. But...
Oh my God, yeah.
Let her live her life, or we just have to pray. Like, eventually, she'll come to that realization. Like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, I think she'll come to it in her own time. But you can see that documentary just shows to me that this is not 100% her.
Yeah, and also the way she talks about herself, like she'll be like, "Oh, it's all I'm good for anyway."
Yeah,
or like things like that. Like,
she's good for in the world, and that was really sad.
All of this, like the way she talks about herself, like, "Oh, I'm just a whore." Or
yeah,
like, I'm just this,
like,
like,
you know, I was just shagging around.
This is someone else telling you this, and you're like, it's giving abused victim.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Like, she has a pimp, and she's just...
Yeah, it was giving pimp,
It was giving pimp and her. Like, the pimp is instructing you to do things, and you're taking it as gospel.
Yeah.
But...
It was really sad. It was quite sad.
It was. If it's a thing where, like, we are right, and there is someone behind it, and she doesn't actually want to do it, I pray to God that she gets freed from it. If she's something that she wants to do, like this is something that she actually wants to do, and what she's saying is gospel, then she just needs to take more precaution when it comes to her health and other people's health.
100%,
and really educate yourself on sex. Like, just because you've had it bare times doesn't mean you know about it. Do you get what I mean? Like, so I think she really needs to educate herself with that. But do what you want to do, man. I have an opinion, but once my opinion's out my mouth, I really don't care.
Yeah. No, I hear it. No, it is. Yeah, it was. Like, it was mad.
She's actually a grown woman at the end of the day, and
she's so gorgeous. I was looking at her, like, I went to her Instagram after, and I was like, she's actually beautiful.
She's a beautiful girl.
She's so gorgeous.
Beautiful girl.
It's such a shame that that's all she thinks that she's good for.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure there's other things that she's absolutely amazing. She's a businesswoman. Like, she's making money. That in itself is a talent. Like, do you know what I mean? She's a businesswoman.
She's definitely a businesswoman.
And she knows what she's doing in terms of how... She's a businesswoman. I think she needs to think of herself... I wish that she could look at herself and be like, you know what? I'm a businesswoman. And this is what I do.
But that's why
rather than like, I'm just good for shagging and sucking dick. Like,
even that's what the YouTuber was trying to show her.
Yeah,
like,
but I don't think she sees it.
You're doing this. You have staff.
Yeah.
You are a businesswoman.
Yeah, she's got staff. She's got an assistant. Even though she's like, I've got an assistant, I've got staff.
Like, you have a whole team.
She's a businesswoman.
You're a businesswoman. And like, he had to kind of show her, like, hold the mirror up, like,
yeah,
you see?
that's yeah.
Type thing. So you can tell, like but I'm sorry, people can say whatever they want to say, yeah, and I really don't judge people who are promiscuous or whatever. But I feel like majority of people who want to be promiscuous, it's always a deeper reason. Like, there's always a backstory. Like,
100%.
I don't believe that people just want to be promiscuous for the sake of being promiscuous. Like, when you really get to the nuts and cracks of it all, there's always something like, oh yeah, when I was young, I was SA'd, or when I was young, I slept with this guy and he spread this rumor about me and I just said, fuck. Like, there's always something that stemmed them to be promiscuous. And even people say as well, like, one of the biggest giveaways of someone who has been SA'd is the fact that they're promiscuous. Hypersexuality is the biggest giveaway. So even like, so when you do see a lot of promiscuous people, it does make me sad, because I'm thinking, like, did something happen to you? Like, what has caused this for you to be like this? And one thing about us humans, we can really convince ourselves, like, I just like doing this because I like doing it. Or sometimes we may not even know why we like doing it. We just think it's because we do, until we go to therapy or things like that and unpack it, and you realize, so it's stemmed from this. But
She needs therapy, man.
She needs intense therapy.
Yeah.
She doesn't view herself highly at all.
No, and it's really sad.
And it's
she's
sad.
a gorgeous girl. She's a businesswoman.
Right.
Like, there's so many
And
qualities
she's young. She could really turn her life around.
Yeah, I genuinely think she will. Guys, I'm telling you, mark my words. In like 2-3 years, she's going to turn it around.
Amen.
She's going to post a picture of her with a man. And I know people are going to chat shit about, how did you manage to find a man? But she will find, I'm telling you, she'll find it. She'll be fine.
All right, guys. So it is time for a group chat confessions. So I'm just going to get straight into it, yeah? So it says, my best friend wants me to look ugly at her wedding. Me and my best friend, both 28 female, have been best friends since we were 5. We are both only children, so we are the closest thing we have to sisters. My best friend recently got engaged and she created a group chat to start her wedding. One day, we were planning on looking at matron of honor / bridesmaid dresses when she randomly addressed me in the group chat and told me I shouldn't get a dress too flattering as it's not my wedding. She also suggested that I gain weight so she doesn't look that big in her pictures. She's a size 18 and I'm a size 10. I told her it's not fair to expect me to change how I look for her wedding that she clearly stated before is not mine anyway. She then said I'm a bad friend because I want to take her shine, and if I don't change my appearance, then I can't be in her wedding. I love my best friend so much. I don't remember life without her, and I don't want to lose our lifelong friendship, but I feel like what she is asking of me is way too much. What should I do?
That is a hater right there, boy.
Hater!
How can you tell me that you want me to put on weight on your wedding day so you can look? That's a hater right there.
Firstly, as well, like, every bride knows that it's the bride who always wants to lose weight or look snatched. Like, they're the ones who do it for themselves.
Yeah.
If you don't want to look too big for your wedding, that's on you to change. It's not your friend's problem.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I mean about, like, you can't be... It's very difficult to be friends with someone who's extremely insecure. Because they're just going to see everything that you do as an attack and they'll constantly be defensive.
Definitely.
It's not her fault that your friend is an attractive girl or you think she's an attractive girl. Like, what do you want her to do? Why do you even care? You've been best friends since you were 5. Whether she looked like Shrek or looked like fucking a Victoria's Secret model, that is your ride or die. You knew the size she was beforehand. No, honey.
No, do you know what I've noticed? Weddings bring out the worst in people.
Yeah, weddings and funerals.
Yeah, they bring out the worst in people. I pray to God I'm never that bride.
I pray to God.
Like, I just want to look nice on my wedding day. I want my girls to look good, feel comfortable, first of all.
Right.
But it's like some people just turn into brides and become horrible people.
It's horrible.
What the actual hell?
If she knew that, like, she has some type of jealousy towards this friend, I just wouldn't have had any bridesmaids.
Yeah, just don't have bridesmaids.
Just walk down the aisle, just you and your husband, that is it.
Just
call it a day.
Allow it.
But, like, the fact that this is your closest friend, and you've said it in a group chat, by the way, you didn't even have the courtesy to message her privately.
You added her.
You added her.
Put on weight.
So that is also showing, like, you're trying to embarrass her.
100%. That's a hater.
That is a proper hater. And I'm not going to lie, babe, if I was you, I would be rethinking my friendship. Yeah. I understand that it's a lifelong one, but number one, we have to establish, is this the first time she's kind of acted this way in regards to her jealousy? Or is this like a reoccurring thing and like this time she's just taken it overboard? Because if it's something that you've constantly noticed, you cannot continue to be with a friend like that. You will never be happy. Whatever you do, you're going to offend that insecure friend, whatever. But yeah, if I was the matron of honor, cut that friend off.
Allow it. Yeah, that's mad.
Cut that friend off.
That's actually mad.
Because it will only get worse from here.
100%.
It will only get worse from here. It starts like this now. And then on top of that, matron of honor, that means that the person who wrote the dilemma is married. Maid of honor is unmarried. Matron of honor is married.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was just matron.
So if she's saying matron of honor, that means she's married and had her own wedding. So again, why are you so pressed about your wedding when she's already had her wedding?
Didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Fun fact. Thanks for that one. I had no idea. I thought it was just words,
No. It's for real.
Mad.
But yeah, like, you really need
cut
to...
that girl off, man.
You need to cut it off.
Yeah, that's mad.
Like,
That's
long story
crazy.
short, it's insane. Like, she really wants you to alter your whole appearance. Gaining weight.
Yeah, that's a bit mad, yeah.
No, honey. Unless you've actually expressed, like, I want to gain weight.
Yeah, but
like, it doesn't seem like she's saying it, like, because you're just underweight and she wants you to gain weight. It sounds like she wants you to be a size 18 like her.
Yeah.
So she doesn't look so big.
But yeah,
lose the weight.
Yeah,
lose the weight for your wedding. If you're not comfortable in your body, change it. Stop saying woe is me and expecting the whole world to change for you. If you don't like something, change it.
Yeah, that's mad.
Simple as.
Crazy.
No, sorry.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
And the thing is, as well, you need to stand on business by saying, well, I'm not going to change my appearance, but be prepared for whatever reaction you're going to get.
But firm it in, yeah.
But you just have to firm it, because if you now say, okay, I'm going to make myself ugly and I'm going to do this and that, like, she's just going to keep demanding more and more stuff from you.
Yeah, don't give in, yeah.
Don't give in now, like, cut it from now. Not every friendship is a good friendship.
Happen, yeah.
Just because it's long, it doesn't.
Yeah, 100%.
Say goodbye to that friend.
Yeah, she gotta go.
She gotta go.
Right, guys. It is now time to get into our last little... So, it was called You Lie, You Drink. We've changed that now. We are going to call it the Wind Down. So, it's time to wind down on the Wine After 9 podcast.
Come
right?
on.
So, this last episode of the year, I thought the wind down question of this episode should be, what has been your favourite pop culture, celebrity, whatever viral moment of this year?
There's been a lot, you know.
This year's been mad, I can't lie.
Okay. My top one, I have two. My top one is Risa Tisa.
Who the fuck did I marry? I think that is one of the best things that has come in modern day pop culture.
I enjoy.
Dionté, do you remember I was driving here to your house, right? I've said this many times. Dionté lives, it can be a 3-hour drive, right? From my house to where Dionté lives, yeah? I was driving, listening to that thing like a podcast.
Literally.
And it would go to the next part and you'd be like, no! Like, what was the guy's name again?
Oh my god, what was his name? I'm gonna search it.
Please, what was his name?
I'm gonna search it.
That's gonna piss me off.
Because
that Risa Tisa, every success she has, but now she deserves it.
I'm telling you.
She gave us fantastic entertainment.
And the thing
That's
is,
my entertainer of the year.
Can we deep as well that she did like 50 episodes?
50, wasn't it 50 parts?
50 parts. And each part was 10 minutes. And we watched every single thing, every single video.
That's 500 minutes. That's mad.
Jerome McCoy.
Was it Jerome?
It was Jerome McCoy.
Rome, it was Rome, yeah. That guy's a mad person.
He is a psycho.
He was mad.
I loved every minute of that.
My one would be, what's my other one? Defo the Drake and Kendrick beef. I think that was
100.
That was 10 out of 10 entertainment.
100. They not like us.
Yeah,
they not like us. They not like us. The whole thing, the whole process.
Yeah.
All of their tunes banged.
Yeah, that was a good moment. And another one which I'd forgotten about and I saw recently was, do you remember when everyone, obviously it was an unfortunate situation, like the outcome, but do you remember when Kate Middleton just disappeared? And there was people thinking like there was like a fake, like, people going as body doubles and then them editing it in, but that was another mad one.
That was silly.
I wouldn't say it was my favourite, but I'll say that was mad.
That was a mad one.
Yeah.
My only other one that I have, we have to mention Cat Williams and Club Shay
Oh,
Shay's
100%.
interview.
Yeah. You know, I only watched that interview maybe in like August?
That is insane.
Because it was so long, I was just like, I can't see it for the whole thing.
No,
but
you have to watch like the parts. I can't watch it.
But now I've seen it.
Yeah, nah. You see that interview
that set up the year.
Oh, exactly. It was like,
it
set up the year for how it's been. Like,
set up the year.
There's no way I could have mentioned that, but those are all I have. You have any more?
No, that's literally my ones. What a year it's been.
What a year it's been. And I know it's only going to get crazier in the new year.
Yeah, it's been a year, 2024. But there's been some achievements. Like, we started this podcast at the beginning of 2024.
Yes. We're coming up to a year.
And yeah.
We're coming up to a year, guys. Let us know what you want us to do. What should we do to celebrate our year anniversary? Let us know, please.
Please let us know, guys.
But we have come to the end of episode 21. Obviously, like you already know, please hit us up on the socials.
Yes.
Wine After 9 Pod with the number 9 for TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. We're also on Spotify, Wine After 9 Podcast with the number 9 or letters 9. If you have any group chat confessions, please DM us as well on any social media platform, and we'll make sure that it's anonymous. Feel free to follow us on our individual social media accounts. So I'm Dionte, DIONTE _247. Both Instagram and TikTok.
And I am Rashida Amanda with an underscore at the end on Instagram. And on TikTok, I'm Rashida Amanda XO. And what else do I have to plug? Oh, I'm also on the radio every Friday, 2 to 4, Corinne FM.
Come
So
on.
if you like music and you like vibes, check that out.
Come on, speak on it.
Yeah.
And
that's
on
it.
that
To our
note,
last episode, have a lovely Christmas, guys.
Yes.
Whatever you get up to, and have a lovely
Christmas.
new. We'll be back in the new year. We're just gonna take a little Christmas break.
Yes.
You know, we're gonna do like family stuff and just wind down because it's been a very hectic month. So we just said we're gonna wind down. And yeah, we will see you in the new year. Take care of yourself.
Next year. Honey.
Eat loads of food. Reflect on the year, and we're going to be back in 2025. We've got so much more for you. We've got so much planned.
Yes.
And yeah, by the grace of God, we'll just keep growing and things will keep happening.
Yes, man. Support us.
Yes, please. More things to come.
Yes.
In 2025. Very exciting.
And on that note, cheers. Rashida, to episode 21.
Oh, that was a good.
That was
perfecto. Good glasses.
They are good glasses. These
fantastic glasses.
See you next year, guys.
See you next year, guys.